Don't think so, but you know, might happen.
We should ask.
And Andale is not here yet. But
Yep,
yeah,
you can
soon.
ask him already because like he'll read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tifa will probably show up when he comes home, which will still take 1.5 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, about. Okay, we're already streaming?
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh
said
yeah,
that I did
okay.
start the stream.
Sorry. You did, but like you also said something right after, so I was like, I guess maybe he interrupted him.
No, cause I
Okay.
just continued like talking.
Yep. Ay, ay, ay. Walk.
What? Oh no. I probably take your need like a quarter circle forward or back to me, so that's kinda weird. Oh, I detect that way too early apparently. Oh, really?
Is that not air blockable?
No idea. Generally people like, I'm missing it a lot, so I don't know.
I see. That might not be air blockable. I'm pretty certain about the block. I did it way early.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I mean, good news if it is.
it does look. Yeah.
I mean, I strode, to be fair, but that works. Yeah, do they all just like that was a huge blocks then? Yeah, it's for late, I see. Oh, right. Didn't think it would reach.
I see. Yeah, it goes pretty far.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least when charged.
Yeah, definitely one charge, yeah. Oh, I thought that maybe it would actually enter you. Hmm. Oh, in counter I didn't combo with that. That was weird.
A parry, I guess.
No, too late. Yeah. Well then that's easy.
I guess that was a tech trap? I don't know.
I don't know.
Aerial Meaty, I guess?
I mean, I guess you just continue to mash at the moment you tagged and I hit that? Because I did hit counter.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I hit... Yeah, but like I hit it very specifically. I was like, okay, I'm out, and I'm gonna hit him with B, and then ended up getting hit.
Oh,
Melty
well
hit
then
boxes,
yes,
I guess.
you certainly like got meaty.
Yeah, but like, you know, you were nowhere near me, so it was like,
I
okay.
wasn't that far off. I mean, you were in the corner, so I couldn't like miss you by that much.
Oh yeah, but you know how it is.
No, missed this. I don't know why it didn't work on meaty. That's okay.
I'm not gonna play too long, I'm still very frustrated.
Okay.
ならざる。見逃して粉砕を始めますよ。ラウンド1ファイト。死になさい。負けない。いけなさい。まだまだ。
No. Right, it's full invincible.
Pick somebody else, like I fully give up against the character.
Hmm?
I'm requesting a different character. I don't stand a chance right now.
Okay.
And you don't have to, but then I'm passing on. Like,
Yep.
entire week was shit. I'm ready. I don't really feel like just getting more trashed. Just want to get away from everything.
ゲロ迷惑すら忘れたか。ラウンド落ち着くがよ。ファイト。さて参るぞ。酒だけしいな。大吉。ごめんなさい。奮戦したな。
I thought I could cancel that. What did you do? Okay. Like that. Oh, God darn it.
落ち着くがよい。迎撃する。参るぞ。これな。深い。流れ。いや。落ちよ。流れ。何よ。どれ。参るぞ。流れ。受けるがよい。受けるがよい。何よ。気のせい。どれ。動くでない。
Okay, yeah, can't do it after that one.
何よ。光。たけだけしい。受けるがよい。落ち着くがよい。落ち着くがよい。どれ。迎撃する。参るぞ。どれ。光。何よ。さて踊りんや。踊りんや。踊りんや。どれ。さて流れ。受けるがよい。どれ。流れ。光。何よ。どれ。踊りんや。歌いだよ。歌いだよ。何よ。参るぞ。強い顔だ。負けないんだから。ラウンド2。ファイト。楽しくなってきたぞ。受けるがよい。感じまずい。楽しくなってきたぞ。
Mm.
楽しくなってきたぞ。行くぞ。
Oh,
楽しくなってきたぞ。
okay, so I do have one.
たけだけしい勇気を読める。ラウンド3。ファイト。参るぞ。参るぞ。どれ。流れ。たけだけしいや。まだ続くのか。何よ。さて何よ。何よ。踊りんや。たけだけしいや。歌いだよ。さて深い。さて何よ。歌いだよ。歌いだよ。落ち着くがよい。たけだけし直すがよい。貴様。
I hope it's this one, I don't remember.
Oh no. I'll try to talk to something about something to distract myself from hating myself.
Sure.
Still new Guilty Gear.
Yeah. I'm actually kinda surprised that they announced like May 1st. Well, if you don't count the new character, because new character. But I would have like imagined like Media as like third character like that's actually revealed. And it's like one of the three main character kind of.
Oh, she's not in the first game.
I guess
May
so,
is,
but
though.
yeah. But
Yeah, I
Media
mean,
seems
like
to be,
nowadays, you're definitely right. Like, I think when people think Guilty Gear waifu, they think Milia. Or Marriage Girl from Xrd, right?
Yeah, I
Whatever.
mean,
her name
there is a lot of waifu, so there is Jam, there is May, there is Jackal, you know. So
is. Yeah,
but you know,
but you know,
people
like
yeah.
yeah, but like just because they said like this is sort of like a new Guilty Gear. I mean, that doesn't mean that they have to make it like first cast or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
But like first girls in Guilty Gear, like Mei is the only one that's playable right from the bat, and Baiken's like a unlockable boss. So I guess it's not
I see.
super surprising. I guess
Yeah,
also
so
it's,
Baiken like
it's
did
like
Big like come into Rev very late, right? So
who?
Bacon.
Baiken? Yeah, yeah, she
Baiken.
did. Yeah, definitely.
Where's my chair? Maybe that's the wrong made. But everything else seems right though. Oh
Yeah, I was like already too far away from.
no,
the...
you eat me. I think that's what made it explode. I'm not sure if it stays.
No, like the cloud was there. It was just behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was already past it. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
she has no chair.
I see. That's not the right maid then. Just in
Yeah,
case you
but
were
I
mashing
don't want
ongoing
you to
characters.
test all the moons, so I'll just pick another cutter.
Okay. Ouch, my foot. Yeah, like I guess May would be seen as surprising, I guess. At first I was like, ugh, that outfit. I guess
Well-
actually it's kind of cute, I guess.
Yeah, I like the idea. I don't really like how it's done right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, I have to see her move, right? It's just a camera
Exactly.
pan that
But
could
right now, like,
make
it's-
it look wrong.
Kind of big and rigid.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it looks wrong. But
yeah. If she's like moving all around in it, then it could look pretty nice.
yeah. But I feel
It
like
look
it
even really
is
cool because
like something is missing, like some how to say, like contrast or something that's, I don't know, is on the sweatshirt basically, or like hoodie I should say.
yeah,
Because right now it's like just a big, huge orange stuff. So she's doing way more like compared to Rev 2 May.
yeah. I feel like though, if they oh. I feel like if they I can't find the words right now. I don't think nobody's ever done baggy clothes correctly. What I'm saying is like if they did it and they did, well, sure, I'll take it, I guess. No, but I could hit you. Because you know, baggy clothes are hard to do because you end up with a really blocky sprite, and
Yeah.
even 3D model wise, there's like difficulties with that.
I want
I
to see
feel like they'll
even
do a good
more
job.
even more in 3D.
Yeah, there's issues, and like I feel like they do a good job, so this would be interesting to see. Just you know, because I'm sure it'll look good, right? It's just
Yeah, like right now we saw like basically like 5 frames, so we can need
yeah,
a bit more to.
and it's a
to-
pan like upward from a character standing that'll make her look
Yeah.
fat as hell, right?
Well, you see basically from the
Oh,
side
shit.
at the end, I think.
Yeah, this time I was surprised about being in the corner.
I see.
Got the wrong input as a result. Yeah, you do see it from the side, but like just standing there.
Yeah.
She looks older. And
Yeah,
then
I don't
People
think
say
she
that.
does. I don't think she does. I think that's just the art style. Well, I guess that would be said that it makes her look older, but
Yeah.
maybe she just. What I mean is like it reminds me more of the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus stuff, and there's just this puffy cheekiness. I'm sure she'll look young. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not so sure, but she will never like age that much anyway, right? That's not something.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. She's reached her max size.
yeah,
She's an
probably.
adult. She's not getting bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I think her eyes are kind of a bit smaller, more slick.
Yeah, she's
I don't
less
know.
kawaii-ish,
Yeah.
loli-ish.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
So I
which
think
is the
that's
art
why.
style. Yeah, that might be why she looks younger in a sense. So yeah, I guess yes, she's not gonna be moe moe,
Yeah.
ha, which is okay, as long as she's still fun because that's what the
Yeah.
character is, right? She kills people with dolphins.
Exactly. And
Even in the first game, like her instant kill message is one full of dolphins and stars, and she's the only character to have a unique one, right? So that's
Yep.
kind of important to keep.
She can get fatter. I don't think she will, though.
Yeah. I mean, she is a pirate, but we've never... I don't know if she's the kind of character that just shovels food into her gullet and never gets fat. Actually, she seems like the opposite, since apparently she handles the finances of the crew and gives, like, Johnny his money.
Yeah.
So it seems more like she's the kind of person that's like, yeah, okay, this and this, we're eating this, but not this and this. And everyone's like, no, what may though? I want the candy. No. Okay, that doesn't last long enough, but that answers that question.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, aside from that, I mean, we were talking about it before, but not on stream, and I want to talk right now because that helps.
Yeah. You don't need to repeat yourself.
Yeah. Like,
I was standing up.
it's interesting. Like, I mean, like I said before, it's meaningless. It's a meaningless statement when he says there's going to be a new Guilty Gear that's totally different from the others, because we all knew that, because it's no longer X-Art. That's all that means, right? Just how, like, Guilty Gear 1, Guilty Gear X, Guilty Gear XX, those are like series of Guilty Gears. But like, oh, couldn't punish that. Oh, and then I guess I still have block bar. Oops.
Okay, you were here.
Guess there was some space.
I think you teched
my mistake.
toward me, so you might have pushed me there.
I did. Like, I did tech toward you,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't think I'd end up there. Lots of clashes today.
Yeah. I mean, she has like specifically like clash frames on a lot of her moves, so...
Yeah, she does. But like even earlier, you cancelled off of a clash with like Power CL, which I've never seen before, by the way. So that was
I think
interesting.
you might have concluded something, because I really don't remember that. Maybe it was like a
That's
pipe bunker, but yeah.
If a pipe bunker flashes blue after hitting my attack, sure.
Yes.
It does. Okay, then you hit my attack with your pile bunker without hitting me? That's weird.
Yeah.
Then the pile bunker clashed, whatever. I forget what I was talking about. We'll just start over. So, Guilty Gear versions. I don't know, it was somewhere there and then I forgot. Like, yeah. So that's meaningless statement. It just means it's a new Guilty Gear, everybody knows that. It said something about trying to, like, draw, like, other Guilty Gear stuff together. Make, like, a new Guilty Gear, which just means the same thing. So that's also, like, meaningless. But, like, the statement about, You were chatting.
Yeah, but I was finishing jabbing.
Yeah, I don't get this game so OP anyway. Not that I understand OP anyway.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll concentrate on talking because apparently I can't do both at once, so I'll just lose at one. And since I suck at this game anyway. Okay. Yeah, so what's it called? You said something about like changing the essence of fighting games, and that it's not going to be combo oriented, and something like that. I mean, those are two different statements, right? The combo oriented one was someone asking him if the game was going to be simplified, and I think that may have worked if I had reached.
I don't think so because I'm invincible doing it.
I see.
That was my arc drive too. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, right? What was I saying? Yeah, I will be like that all day, I'm sorry.
Statement about like changing fighting game, but to be fair, like all the things are just like everyone is saying that every time they do a new fighting game, so doesn't change much.
No, they don't. No. I don't think I've heard that statement before. In any case, it doesn't matter because Daisuke made the statement, which is different. I just wonder what he could mean. I like to speculate in this case. Because, you know, that's fun. It's like, depends on like how the statement's delivered, right? And the statement delivered there was like,
Was a traduction.
no, like it was just like, since it was two different things. One was like a question of was it going to be simplified, and the answer is no, but no combo thingy, combo oriented gameplay. And the other statement was that was scrunched up with that is the stuff you said earlier, but it will like have some sort of relation to like, I don't know, pad players and foreign players, like that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be.
They
taking
understood
into
that they shouldn't just do for the arcade Japanese, but yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully
like
that's
think
what that means.
they actually say that. So
No, what I mean is like you know, the one statement that Mori once did was like, yeah, we need to make the gameplay easier in BlazBlue because Westerners aren't as good as fighting games.
I see.
So hopefully that's not what Daisuke means. I mean, I don't think it is, but like.
No, because that is say that right after the like, or right before saying pad and stuff like that. So I think that's what you mean. And he compares
Okay.
that to the arcade, which is only sticks and a specific type of machine, right? And only for Japanese. So that's only what he means. Which is again also like almost all like Japanese companies are saying that now. So no surprise here.
I see. Okay, I guess I disagree on what the statement means or something like that. But it could mean that. All I meant to say was that specifically the combo-oriented thing was just packaged with that statement, right? So it has nothing to do with his other statement where he says he's going to change the essence of fighting games or something like that, right? Or rather, he's going to go against the essence of fighting games, which were the exact words. It's more important. Going against something is usually like a negative, right? So, yeah. Because, like, I don't know. Somebody asked me what the essence of fighting games is, then I'm usually like, well, since we're not talking about presentation, because, you know, fighting games are about, like, big graphics and good sound, too. It's like, no matter the genre, the subgenre, right? It's like spacing and, like, pressure and how that plays together, usually.
I really don't think they would
Okay.
change much about that. I just
Yeah,
think
yeah,
like they're
that-
just fluff, to be fair. Like most marketing team at the start, they say like they will do like the most amazing game ever. Shape our game, buy our games.
I see. I don't know. Daisuke doesn't do that. That would be weird. Like, I would be genuinely surprised if it was just fluff. Well. So since that's more interesting to go in, whether it's true or not, if it's not like fluff, right? Like, I don't know. What do you think is the essence of fighting games? Or multiple things, if so, because I mean, I'm personally not an essence guy in any walk of life, right? So I don't think that there's such
I
a
mean, I
thing.
don't really know what it means to be like essence of fighting game. But yeah, I feel like,
Yeah, but that's not what I asked you.
well, yeah, but if I don't really get what he means by that, how can I answer your question?
I see. So you don't know what essence could mean, rather than you don't know what essence of fighting games could mean. Okay, I see. That's like a similar word in French.
I'm not saying like I don't understand the word. Like you can say the exact same word in French. I'm just saying that in this case, essence of fighting game doesn't mean much to me. So I just like don't know what he's referring about.
Okay. Are there things that you think are important in fighting games?
But that's very different from
Is
person
it?
to person.
Yeah, but I'm asking him. Like I mean, Vic, what do you think is? I'm not asking what does Daisuke think, because we obviously don't fucking know what he thinks. So that's not an interesting question to ask, right?
But
So what do you think is the essence of fighting games, or essential things about fighting games? Or if you don't like essence, like I personally don't like essence, for example, what do you think is important in fighting games? Anything. Anything like that. Who cares what Daisuke thinks? That's not what I asked. Like, we don't know what Daisuke thinks. Pure and simple.
I don't know. Footsies from the side.
2D. Fuck 3D.
No, I mean, I don't care if
I
it's
guess
3D
that's
or
from
not.
the side too, to be fair.
Yeah, like I just mean like I want a 2.5D type of thing. If it's like 3D, I'm not saying that I just don't want Tekken or stuff like that. Not saying that it's bad, that's not what I want.
Okay, so you were saying that.
Yeah.
Because when I said fuck, it was jokingly saying, "Oh fuck 3D," that I didn't mean like the visuals. I meant gameplay.
I see.
But okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like you're a very 2D guy. But but to be like more clear to other people maybe listening or such, you like Smash too, right? So you're okay
Sure.
with that. So it's not just traditional 2D, right?
Yeah, it's 2Ds from the side. Your movement is different, but it's not like you're moving in 3D space, right?
No, you're not. But like that needs to be said because if somebody
Yeah.
says like just 2D games, then usually they don't mean Smash. That's
Sure.
just how it is. Okay.
But I don't think they will do a Smash Guilty Gear, even though that would be kind of funny. But
They
like,
did already.
Oh, I see.
It's
Well,
called
then
Dust
Soul,
Strike.
Soul Bad Guy in Smash for Smash Ultimate.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Like Guilty Gear Death Strikers is a Smash game.
Oh yeah, right. I remember like I actually linked something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a mobile game. No idea what it was on right now. Probably WonderSwan
Mobile.
or something weird like that.
Yeah.
No, excuse
you
me,
meant,
handheld. Handheld.
That was like, it's a failure from the beginning. Mesh type game on mobile.
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant. I meant handheld. Like, yeah. So 2D footsies. But any 2D footsies. I see.
Like I say, I
What
don't
you
think
got?
they will change anything. Like, I don't really think they will do anything crazy.
Yeah, but we're no longer talking about that, right? Because you already said
Yeah.
that, I understand.
But yeah, but that cannot tie to it. Like we're trying to see like what is essence to see like what it could change anyway. But
Yeah.
they showed like they will like like
Not if you will.
sorry what?
Yeah, but could, not if he will, right? Because we already said like where we stand with Will. Like I think he'll try. You think it's a marketing statement that like already answers it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else to be said about that. So nothing needs to be said about it. That's why I said like more interesting would be, let's say that he will change, but we still don't know what he means. So what do we mean when we think about that? That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
mean anything because I don't really think that's possible. But,
Okay, so I see. So you don't think there is such a thing as essence of fighting games?
no, I think you can like there is one, but if you change the formula, you just create like a subgenre of like the fighting games. That's it.
Yeah.
Gonna change the
Yeah. And as they won't like do a Smash or 3D game, they will stay to the anime genre as they always did for Guilty Gear. That's just my take on it. They will like add apparently like stage transition, but that's nothing new. Like other games did that, and I hope it's just not like we are changing stuff. Yeah, a lot of other games did that. Cool. Oh, I cannot explode here.
So you think it's possible for them to create a subgenre? So, like, would you
no,
say
'cause
that
it will not
when-
change anything that much. As I said, I don't think they will do anything like that. Why? Because
I see.
they need to stay like Guilty Gear. They will not go in 3D. They will not do a Smash or like Arena Fighter suddenly. From the few things we've seen, it's like playing like Guilty Gear. So
Yeah. Just to make sure I'm not annoying you. Like, you're not frustrated with me asking you, are you?
no, but like just as I don't think they will do anything. I guess that's the part that annoys me. Because like from the gameplay we've seen, does it seem very different to you? Not to
No.
me. Like from the few
No,
footage.
but I mean, that's not... Yeah. I mean, I guess, like, it's just...
I mean, I guess like if you have like a more like extravagant or more developed definition of essence of fighting game or like stuff they could change, go for it. because as I say, like for me, like it's not that important right now.
Okay. Hey, God Kaiser, same question.
These fighting games are mostly the interaction. People. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right, what the subject matter of the game is. Like, how two people fighting each other. As long as I hit you and you die at some point.
Yeah. I see
It's a
the
fighting
Seth
game.
Killian definition of fighting games. If it has a life bar.
Yeah, basically, I mean,
Yeah.
if it's good or not, that's a different question, right? And there are
Yeah.
variations of it, like Smash, where you don't have a life bar, but you kick each other out of the stage, that's basically like people die.
I need fucking water.
That's the important thing.
And thanks
Yeah.
And I
Chico
mean,
DMG for the follow.
I mean, it's a lot about understanding the game, okay, right? So it doesn't really matter if it has like traditional inputs or if it has tilts, because in the end it's just oh, you have this tool set and you push stuff with it. So yeah, there's not. I mean, the worst thing we get is like some weird, I don't know,
Gimmick.
yeah, or some spin-off game. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't think they are talking about like a spin-off game right now, so... or like
Yeah,
they
no.
could
Yeah, no,
actually,
I
like-
mean like
No,
which
marketing.
people, like,
Yeah, they're going to try to ride the thing that they did with Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I mean, like, people might underestimate just what happened there with Evo and such, but it makes perfect sense that now, like, Smash and Tekken are more highly regarded than Street Fighter, and Arc System Works is partially to blame for this. So it makes sense that in this current climate, they're gonna try to make a game that, like, captures the top, so to speak. And it's a good idea. So no, there's not going to be anything that's going to be wildly crazy, right? Because that's not going to work. Or rather, it's not going to catch people in the correct way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But, yeah.
yeah, so when I think about that statement, it's mostly, I don't know, what can they do? Well, probably something with the controls. Like, maybe no inputs and then tilts.
Yeah,
I
but
guess. Like,
yeah,
I
but
wouldn't be that much of a fan of, and I would be like, oh yeah, that's more stuff
they
you
will
would do
not
in
do
a spin-off game.
but they
Yeah,
don't want
no.
to alienate like old player of Guilty Gear.
yeah, and they did say like that they're looking for like oh, he turned around. What a mistake on my part. I thought I got over him, but I just got behind him. Okay.
Yeah. If I'm like,
Because you
if he's being
activated
angry
it
with
after. Okay, so it depends on.
Where
Basically,
he
you
is compared to
activated
you,
it after
yeah.
I passed over him, right?
Yep.
Okay, I see. I understand. Next one, then switch.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
But I could imagine it if they like throw out some of the more advanced inputs and go for more like double input supers and stuff. Like instead of the KOF
Overdrive motion stuff. Yeah, KOF. They
Yeah.
are SNK motions ultimately. Yeah.
So yeah, they say okay, let's get rid of that and just get like double input, so double button supers,
Yeah. Right. I can't reach her from there.
something more in line with Marvel, Dragon Ball Fighter.
But yeah, but that would be a good change. But is it really like something that will change like fighting game in sense?
No, I mean
Yeah.
that statement is like I said, for me the only way to change it would be like too fundamentally different. So I wouldn't call it fighting game anymore.
Yeah.
Mm. But we think arena fighters are fighting games, right? Do we?
Sorry,
Yeah.
what was that?
We do think that arena fighters are fighting games, right? Because, you know,
Oh,
Vic
sure.
mentioned the possibility that all that they could conceivably do is create like another subgenre of fighting games. But that's fair, right? Maybe that's what they'll do. I mean, I
I didn't say that they
don't
will.
think so.
It just
but,
I just say that if
yeah.
you change the essence of fighting game, you're doing another game, basically slash subgenre fighting game.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will ever do that on like a main title. On spin-offs they can definitely.
Yeah.
I mean they already did, right? They did a mobile, Guilty Gear and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, exactly.
right, I don't need to do like a special.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. Still experimenting on how to block that. That's why I'm running into it all the time. I feel like there's an optimal way to do that, but not finding one. Yeah. GG. Sorry
Yep.
I sucked today, but like,
I mean you are fighting against Godcaster right now?
yep.
Just
I
to be
guess,
sure.
yeah.
So I'll go on spectate.
But yeah, like, yeah.
Guess you're hosting, right?
I will host, yeah, I think for Melty Blood, if I remember correctly, from hosting for Tifu. My IP, my internet provider's problems are irrelevant, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's open and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was like, well, I guess I'm not good enough to play today. I'll just make
Yeah.
it more
You still haven't like
interesting.
answered like whatever you think they will do, or like what is essence of fighting game, because you did ask.
Yeah,
But
like I wanted to ask you guys.
let's see. And not answering? So
No, I thought I'd just go last.
yeah. But I guess you're
Um,
last right now, right? One did.
Sure, I mean, like you asked me now, fair enough, right?
I mean, I did ask before, but you did ask Godkaiser instead.
Yes, because I wanted to ask God Kaiser, and you sort of mentally cut me off from that by asking me, and I was like, I'm still going to ask my question. Yeah. Well, just to agree with what you guys said first, right? Like, first of all, I don't think there's like really something. There's not one essential thing to fighting games, right? Like, we've seen some weird fighting games where we kind of understand, okay, like, Tuhu fighters are really weird, right? Especially the floaty ones. There's a lot of shooting going on and stuff like that. Some people have made this argument also about, like, one of the Mega Man fighting games that I've never been able to track down. I don't even know what it's called.
1 second, Manelito. Hey, Vic, are you caught up?
Not really, but I mean, you can like start. That's okay. Up.
Yeah.
My cat goes there.
I'm sure he'll catch up
Yep.
as we go. Like, since we already took a long time. What did I just say?
Mega Man fighting.
Oh yeah, but we recognize those as fighting games. Now, like, it's you can say that it's because as long as they're fighting and there's a health bar, it's a fighting game. I don't think it's necessarily that. Just think that, like, there's a lot you can do. No, I mean, Vic and I have had this discussion before about like how fighting games seem to be very innovative, right? Every single fighting game, almost every single fighting game tries to do something new, right? And at least from a fighting game player's
Almost
perspective,
modern. modern fighting try to do something new. I think like before when they were all not really. I feel
Really?
like nowadays they, yeah. I mean it depends. Like there was like way more clones before than now, for example, right? Actual like.
I
Street
know
Fighter-
people call these games clones, but I just kind of feel I don't know. Hmm. I guess that'll get us off track, but I'll for now say like I disagree. I actually think like old fighting games did like an extreme amount of experimentation that people are no longer really like they're afraid of doing today. But that's just because not a lot was defined yet, right? You didn't
Yeah.
have like combo structures and stuff like that, so people needed to do that. But yeah, like fighting games experiment, like, and they're pretty innovative. People that don't play fighting games usually don't understand and like, oh look, Street Fighter again.
Yeah.
But
Oh
they're
look,
the idiots.
GTA 6 million again.
Yeah, like this is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's like video game reviewers like at some point just get frustrated that they don't have enough time to learn everything and that they think they have to justify it by being like, well, okay, it's because it's the game's fault. But hey, at least not everybody's like that. Okay.
What I also really like is always senses. Always, it really makes you feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So will you continue? Like you're like instantly focused into the game.
No, I was just like, where was I at again? I guess I have to hit him. That's sorry. Yeah. So anyway, that cutting back that segue on like who was a clone of what.
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can do with the formula. There's a few things that you could say like started off the direction in which people started researching new developments in fighting games. And that's obviously like Street Fighter 2, right? It's like, and it's really simple stuff like, well, you block by holding back, you jump by using your controller. You can manipulate the space in the game more than just with your limbs, which was like an important change, right? Like the Hadoken. I think
Yeah.
someone made a video about that once too, but it's not just the Hadoken, right? It's also Dalsim's limbs, Blanca balls, everything like that, right? Just the idea that you can hit a certain space standing from further away or from like a different angle. Like
Yep.
that's yeah. That's sort of what starts that, and then people were just like, well, okay, what does this mean? No, and just figured out like 5 million different variations of attacks, block, stun, modifications. Heck, I mean, really early on in Samurai Shodown 1, you have a hit stun cancel, which is fucking broken. With Hanzo
yeah.
Hattori is like, what's that called? That Naruto thing where you turn into like a wooden log
Yeah.
technique. I don't know.
Substitution jutsu.
Yeah, substitution jutsu. So if you want to call that the essence of fighting games, sure, but I feel like every single part of that's been altered in some way, and it was still recognizable as a fighting game. Now if you change everything at once, you'll have trouble, but there's still stuff you can do. Like the floaty fighters change a whole bunch of that, but they're still recognizable. So I think like, if we think about essence of fighting games, and I grabbed that somehow. Ow. I should not challenge that, I guess. Like, yeah, so essence in that sense I don't think exists, but there's certain ways about how we approach fighting games, at least. Like, you know, we've experimented like with a lot of fighting games that we didn't know, right? And usually it's like, what does it feel like to play it, no? What's the idea of neutral in this game, or with this character? I feel like that's way more around what fighting games are oriented around, right? Figuring out, what does the game want me to do? What does the character want me to do? No? That makes sense? I think that's more like along where essence of fighting games are. I mean, maybe I think that because I like to learn and I like to discover things, but I feel like that's like an important part of it. And also the fun of it, obviously, right? Like, it's a video game. If it's not fun, it's not a good fighting game. It can be the next Third Strike, but if it's asked to play, who cares? No one's gonna play your Chun-Li simulation game.
Some people will
Wow.
do.
Some people will, yeah. To be fair, I guess you could make like a
I mean, some people
You
play
know what-
dive kick. It's basically Yawn Simulator,
Exactly.
right?
yeah. I guess so. That's
I think
true.
it's fun.
Dive kick
Or
is
like-
fun.
Half an hour in between.
I guess, yeah.
Like a
Also,
quick
I guess
round of
there's and you do have like games like footsies, right?
Yep.
Like the game footsies. And that's fun to play, and you could totally have a Chun-Li simulator in that sense. And hey, like oftentimes it's fun to just play a mirror match, right? It's
Yeah.
so nothing wrong with that. But like as like a tournament fighting game where people are like, wow, so many people will play this game. If it's like a game where it's like one character, no, people usually don't play that. People want to have like different options of approach.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think like somewhere there, and giving people the option of putting different approaches against each other is like what the essence of fighting games is going to be. So if you want to call something an essence, like I said, like I don't. One has to. Ow. Ow, why did I walk back?
Maybe they will include actual good defense options in their game. That will change like the essence of fighting game, I guess.
That's an idea though. But I feel like Guilty Gear XX had good defense options. Just pressure is so strong that it doesn't matter as much.
Just
right?
XX, or you mean plus R and stuff?
I guess I specifically mean plus R because a
Yeah.
lot of that stuff got added like after Slash, right?
Yeah. Because just saying XX is basically like the version of
Yeah.
XX.
Yeah,
Which,
exactly.
yeah,
like,
it's a bit
and
old
most people,
and pretty different.
yes, and most people will think of Reload when I say that. So
Yeah.
my bad.
And I don't really... Like, I don't know, they made so many versions and changed like a lot of stuff that I really don't know, like what was added when and what is new. Who is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. I really just know what the changes from Reload were because what's his name? David Sirlin was super salty about them, so he wrote a whole article about how
Let's
they
see.
ruined Guilty Gear.
I see. I mean, at the same time, I think that Forced is like... No, not Forced. Who was random?
Faust is a random character?
No, it said like
Oh.
a stupid thing.
Oh. I mean, most of his statements, yeah. Except that you, as Rose, you should use that punch. That was smart. And
Blaze,
obvious.
I think... One guy that does
Oh
not...
yeah, you mean that recent idiotic statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arakuna.
Arakune, yeah,
He
right.
was saying Arakuna is basically Faust, which, yes, you could. There are ways you can be wrong about a thing in a game, and that one's just taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah. exactly.
見え
You just jump. Like when he does that, like that, you can just jump and finish him. Not mash.
I see. Yeah, I just mashed burst. I figured it would help.
I don't know, I knocked you down before.
Nah, you could
I
have
do
jumped.
that sometimes. Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, sure, I can try to jump.
かかる
That's
Mm.
more Jojo shit.
Yeah.
Stuff from
Mm.
OTG making it into.
Yeah. But basically, like, I know a lot about the changes simply because he went and listed off every single one of them, right? Basically, the point of the article was like my history with Guilty Gear and why Xrd is the best thing ever.
I see.
But yeah, from a Faust player, which makes it even worse that he thought that Aracuna was like.
But he said that it's because he was playing foes that he was good with Arakune. That he could deal
Yeah,
with
which
random
is
stuff.
bullshit, right?
Yes. But I mean, yeah, that's really stupid. And
Yeah,
the most stupid thing is like he was saying no, I'm right when like multiple say him like he's wrong, and you can easily check that in a tutorial because BlazBlue is big enough to have like tutorials, right? So just like
Yeah.
Google it up.
Or just check the wiki, like.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you're not a fool, you're going to understand what the wiki is saying about Aracuna. Ouch,
Yep.
I'm gonna die. So yeah, like, yeah. But yeah, let's get off the certain segue, otherwise I'm going to just talk about how I hate everything he's ever said about fighting games. Except for how he won with Rose, which was pretty hilarious. Like that whole play to win thing and
Fighting game.
just look at the game he made.
I mean, his article on Super ST were making kinda sense, except some weird shit about Zangief. I forgot what, because I read that a long time ago.
Yeah,
So
like
idea
I
what
don't
makes
remember that
sense.
article.
It's a bunch of articles like on his website where he's actually
yeah.
talking about like
I must have read it, but it's
I
a
don't
long
think
time.
you did, because like I actually talked about you and you didn't know that.
Oh, and I was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know? Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't know
Yeah,
about
then I
them.
probably didn't.
Yeah.
Because, well, I hit burst already, so I'm dead.
見えた
Yeah, if you did like something at this moment, yeah, definitely.
Oga. Wham.
Baka.
Is there a JoJo character called Wham? Oh yeah, there is.
Yes,
One of the
Whamu.
Pillar
Yeah.
Men. Whamu. Because I was like, Wham's a band. Did you guys know? I learned that today. They're in Capcom's JoJo fighting game. There are files where apparently they were planning to add all of the Pillar Men.
I see. That could have been interesting, I guess.
Yeah, like at least also animation wise, because Pillar Men have the best poses, right? I mean, they even have their own little sub meme with the dun 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 dun.
I mean, I guess he didn't want it to draw neck and main, because you have to do like a lot of muscle and stuff like that. That's fucking annoying to animate. So I guess they did drop that.
I think they just I think just the arcade crash happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it is 98, right? Like it's
yeah, I mean,
like
it's on CPS3 and CPS3 like just bombed.
yeah,
Really big
exactly. Like
time.
the three games they had were JoJo, Third Strike, and Red Earth. And Red
Yeah.
Earth bombed hard.
Yeah. I mean, the chosen were nice, at least.
I think Red Earth's a good game too. It's just like
Sure, but the
It's
concept,
main-
like, do you really want like to spend that much time like leveling up one character and stuff like that? In
yeah,
arcade?
exactly. On an arcade machine where I have to write down the password real quick while the thing is counting down 9, 8, continue.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's just a terrible way to implement that. But as a game, it's like if you take that away and play in a home environment where it's not like a problem, that's a good idea. I bet it's fun.
Yeah.
Like We should play that on stream sometime.
We did. And I don't want you to.
No,
revisit.
what I mean is the single player mode.
Oh,
You know.
meh. I'm really not more interested in this game more than that.
Yeah, I understand. It's just like, you know, because it's like a fighting game, but also it's a single player game, and you play stuff that has fighting game-ish mechanics or lets you do like a lot, right? So
Yeah.
it's just that would be fun. But sure, I understand. Like, I mean, it wasn't your game in the first place, right?
Yeah. It's too
Just
slow-ish. Weird.
yeah, it's just something I'm interested in because it doesn't happen a lot, like single player fighting game stuff, right? Makes
Yeah.
sense.
And from what I know, it seems that the Naruto games have the best like story mode, because that's actually like a full game, right? And there's
Yeah.
like huge cutscenes and stuff like that. There's a lot of fan service, and
Yeah,
not
and I
like
think
sexy
it's-
fan service. I mean like actual like,
Yeah.
fan service.
Yep. And I think it's fair to say that like that's where single player fighting games went, right?
Yeah.
Like into
want
do it
to.
as cinematic as possible, 3D, arena, that's just kind of what happened. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no.
I mean arena. I don't think you need to be in arena, right? But just
You don't have to, it's just what happened.
yeah. It just I think like it's better than just having a VN in your fighting game. Kind of like Unist or even like Examu games. Even like Examu games are worst, like in terms of story mode, I think. Basically like an arcade mode with like some dialogue, a bit
Agree.
different. But yeah.
I didn't.
Hmm?
I just thought I had the health hit manage.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, like me and God Kaiser were playing like the three, let's say, co-op fighting games. No?
Mhm. Yeah,
Well, one of them ended up being fucking simplistic.
I see.
It was hilarious though because like you have a bonus round where you fight for the girl of that stage,
Okay.
and
So that's not really
whoopsie.
co-op, I guess.
Yeah, but like the fights co-op, right? And after you beat the guy, like you get to continue co-op. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like Castle Crashers, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean like it basically, but the funny part was that player one has this punch upwards where you can easily do an infinite corner carry and in the corner, so I just got my ass whooped.
I
Was
see.
pretty funny though. Like my character could also infinite, but only up until the corner. After that, you had to do this weird step back, step forward thing, and I couldn't consistently
I see.
do it. I mean, I just started playing the game. Right?
I
So-
just smashed punch button and won like 8 out of 10 rounds or some shit like that.
Yes, like I won 2, and
Like
you
with
won
the
every
end
single other
round
one.
and everything, right? It was like 8 rounds or something in the end. 10, I mean,
Yeah,
come on. Such a stupid game. But
Yeah.
last one was really good. Because
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
stylish as fuck.
yeah. Like the first one that we were talking about is Street Smart by SNK, which to be fair is before Street Fighter 2, I think. It has juggle combos though.
I'll be right
But-
back, gotta go to the toilet real quick.
Sure. You wanna fight me until he's back, or
Sure.
yeah, because might as well do that, right? Connect to you.
Okay. Open.
Yeah, like but the other game was indeed good ish. It was like it felt like you're playing a fighting game. First of all, it was like on a 2D plane. You held back to block, had everything you would want, right? and your block orientation is oriented around the. Sure, good luck. Is oriented around the monster. Like you fight monsters. Oh, by the way, there's a gigantic Nazi tank, and the pilot's
Again?
called Brocken.
Oh,
Yeah, but the pilot's called Brocken. You know, like Brocken from World Heroes, the Nazi cyborg. But the tank pilot's a girl.
I see. And
I
is
don't
she
know.
broken?
I guess maybe she is broken. But Brocken in German means oh, that's hard to translate. In a way, it just means piece, but it means a rocky piece that may have been torn off from a bigger thing. Brocken.
I see. Oh, okay. I have a Psylocke move.
You have a Psylocke move, yes, and yours is actually effective, whereas the one of the Shadow one is not, because you can tell who he is, because the other ones are just gigantic.
I see.
Yeah, which is why this character that you're playing right now is actually considered playable. Well, that and multiple other things.
I was far though.
Yes, that's a problem with this tiny character. Their hitbox is much larger than it seems.
I mean, not just that, like the air dash are trash. I went through
Yes.
though.
Yes. Yeah, so that game was great in a way, right? But there was way too much going on screen. Like, wow.
I see.
Like flashing everywhere, boom, explosion, giant monster just jump attack really fast, smashes two other characters. It was crazy. The difficulty was kinda on the easy side. Like, on our first run, we did 2. There were 3 characters, so... I used maybe three continues, no? Not knowing anything about the game. Until we got to the last boss. It's a bunch of cats. Until we got to the last boss, who is, I don't know, some Akira motherfucker.
I see.
And I don't mean like Tetsuo, right? I mean
Oh,
Akira. No, so it's just this
Those-
floating energy child.
I see.
Yeah. And looks a bit more demonic, I guess. But that thing was terrible. We gave this game $20 easily. Like, yeah. But other than that, it was kind of cool. Had about 6 enemies, I guess. I think it's recommendable. The name was Metamocaster. What the
The
fuck?
fuck? Is that supposed to do something?
I wonder. Probably, right?
Well, I hope so. Oh, okay. I think I have only.
Right, your arcade. Yeah, so Metamocaster. Unfortunately, we couldn't play Monster Maulers. We tried that too, but if you connect on 5K2 on Monster Maulers, the picture's upside down. Why?
Okay.
Single player, perfectly normal, by the way. But-
I see.
Once you connect online, upside down picture. Game runs fine though, but we didn't want to do that to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Welcome back.
Welcome back. 'Cause that would have been some stupid shit playing upside down, but yeah.
Why it did not work?
Okay. I guess I'll switch back with fighting God Kaiser.
Yeah.
Not. Okay.
Did? Oh, my guess a crash? Okay.
Rooms open.
Is it my IP? Am I trying to connect to my IP? Yes, because I hosted, so it did.
Yeah,
Not my
it
IP.
copy pasted it to
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah. But yeah. Huh. Yeah, but like going in the arena direction for single player fighting games, just I guess, at least with the
A Galarian Farfetch? No, I don't know what that is, Mimidex. Don't remember.
Galarians,
Yeah.
the PlayStation 1 horror game.
I don't know.
How does he write Galarians?
Galarian.
Galaria. Oh, I don't know that game.
Pokemon?
Sorry.
Oh, a
No,
Pokemon?
Galarian.
Okay,
And
I see.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Is it
I
like
don't
when
know.
they're
Is she in
big
a
or
fighting
something?
game?
it's Pokemon, okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, but instead of like saying, oh, you don't remember, like just bridge me back on it, I guess.
Yeah. So Oh really? Okay. I should try that.
Because the Pokemon can put a glitch Pokemon page on the spot. Glitch Pokemon? I don't think I've seen the glitch Pokemon. On, I didn't check like the last trailers, to be fair. Did they actually say a release date for the game?
For Guilty Gear?
No, for Pokemon.
Oh.
For Guilty
I
Gear, I
don't know.
don't know, I don't think they did.
They
Wait, no,
didn't.
they did, like that's March? Is it? Yeah.
Did they? What?
Q3
March?
2020,
Really?
isn't it?
That's crazy.
I mean, I
That's
don't
like
think...
that's 1 month after you know,
No.
Grand Blue
Evo
Fantasy
Japan?
Versus. Grand
Yeah.
Blue Fantasy Versus
Oh,
comes out in February.
let me check if I'm not saying anything stupid though. Because maybe I'm like remembering another date, but I don't know what it could be. It must be another date. Yeah, 3/3/2020 is Final Fantasy 7. I just like
Okay, then
talk with that.
that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because they will show the whatever build they are on with May and certainly some other characters in September. Wait, no, that's the end of
Yeah,
the month.
for
Okay, yeah.
Japanese, for the
No,
whatever
Orlando,
that date is, right?
Shioteku.
Oh, Seotaku, yeah. Yeah, we'll get a May trailer, and next up is this character, which will
Yeah.
certainly also be a returning character.
Yeah, we'll see too. Like, I mean, they will certainly add like 1 or 2 other new character, but they will look like
Yeah. We'll see them later down the line, not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
right now, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know like how many characters they will add.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I
a
would-
good question. Who knows?
I would guess like
Start had like 12,
16?
right? I don't know.
yeah, around
Okay.
16 would be like certainly my guess. From 12 to 16. And I see like maybe like half November. Nope. I will still not have a Switch at this point. But yeah, speaking of Switch and early on co-op, I did play like some Overcooked with my friend. It's funny. It's kind of weird and kind of hard on some stuff, but it's actually funny to think about like how to optimize and discuss like when you're doing stuff. Did you ever try the game? I mean, I'm sure like you've seen like a video about it, but I don't know if you tried it.
You asking the medics?
Anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone that's
What
listening.
game? Like I didn't catch the name.
Overcooked 2, Overcooked 1. We played Overcooked 1, but Overcooked 1 or 2, they like basic game, same stuff.
I guess it's not about cooking.
It is about cooking.
Mm,
I guess you just don't know the game. I see. Basically,
no.
you're like a small chief in like a kitchen,
Chef.
and you have to yeah, you have to serve stuff up. So you have to prepare your ingredients, cook them,
Yeah.
and serve to the client. And there is like shenanigans happening in your kitchen most often, like you are on ice, or there is like stuff moving and stuff like that. So sometimes like some stuff are blocked for one player, and you have to cooperate like with the other players to do it fast and have more points and stuff like that.
I see. So you're like a cooking production line kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That can be fun.
It is actually really fun. Like it's easy enough that everyone can play, but it's hard enough that you will yell at your friends, I guess. Like you
I
will
guess I don't know. I've never yelled at my friends in co-op games.
more like yell what you do and stuff like that, or what
Oh,
you've
I
done
see.
and stuff like that. Not.
Yeah, like I'm going over here. You do this.
Yeah.
You mean that kind of thing? Okay.
I mean, I guess like people will actually yell, but it's more like depending like their temperament, right?
Yeah.
Just see one on
Well-
Twitch, but that's a game that has to be played, not just watched. Yeah, definitely. But if you've watched it, it's really it helps already to know
I mean,
what's the game, right? But yeah, it's really funny. So we just beat the boss. We did try like multiple times, and then we were like wondering how to optimize actually some stuff, because we were missing, I don't know, the mark by 1 or 2 minutes. So we watched like the world record for this specific level, or one of them, I don't know. And dang, they are pretty optimized. I guess like in this specific level, like the what you have to cook is always the same.
quarter
So
circle back.
hmm?
I was just I wanted to do quarter circle back and did the DP because I was
I see.
holding back before. Yeah, no, continue. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I'll get back
I
to
mean,
my stuff later. Like that's fine. It wasn't that important. As long as somebody's talking, that's good.
yeah, I mean, like I'm more or less like finished, right? I just like watched the world record, and like the optimization was actually really impressive. They basically,
I
I
see.
forgot if you're like 12 to 15 minutes to finish this thing, or 10 minutes, I forgot. And we finished with I forgot 3 minutes left, and they finished with like nearly 6 minutes, like on the clock. So yeah, they just crazy. And the movement is a bit janky, so that's also kind of impressive. But yeah, that's just like because I played that earlier and we're talking about co-op stuff. I don't know what you were talking about like right before, so we got like the Pokemon stuff too.
We were just talking about the fighting game thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that's why like we were talking about a lot. So it's fine to switch topic, but I never really answered the question properly.
Yeah.
We were like more talking about we were talking more about like segues that happened along the way,
Yeah.
like how Serlin is dumb.
Yeah. That's a segue that happened quite often.
I know. I feel like this time it wasn't my fault.
No, this time it was totally me,
Yeah.
because I was like
It's
trying to
usually,
remember
I'm
like
the one hating
why,
on them,
which character you was thinking was completely random, which was totally not.
Yeah.
But yeah, funny guy.
Funny guy indeed. Not as funny as that Rose player that always does like Rose's hand motion with when he does the like the special move.
I see.
He's really good, so it's even
Oh.
funnier if he does it when he does
Wait.
it. In Alpha,
Oh,
Alpha 2, 3.
Then I don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought
Like,
you were talking like about like Street Fighter 4, and
Oh,
there was
no.
a guy that was like doing it, but that was for jury, in that juice box.
Was
right?
he black?
No, he's
Okay.
totally white.
Yeah, then no, not that guy. Because there's this black dude, and I saw him recently in a random clip where he had like a cosplay of Chun-Li, and was doing like some Chun-Li stuff on stage. I don't know. It looked pretty funny, but
I
I'm
see.
pretty sure it's the same guy. Just like I just thought he was a Rose only guy, but I guess there's only so much Rose in fighting games.
Yeah, I mean, she's in what, like 2, 3 games?
If you count Alpha and Street Fighter 4 as 2, then yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying like Alpha 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Understood.
Alpha big one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I really don't think she was in CVS 2 or CVS 1.
I'm not sure either, but I don't think she was.
Yeah,
She's also not in SVC Chaos.
and in no Marvel that I know. She could have been Zell as the JoJo character, having like bigger balls or like stuff like that, but guess not.
Yeah, Lisa, right? I mean, that's who she's based on,
Yeah,
apparently.
exactly.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That was an interaction, I guess.
Yeah. Not sure what happened there.
No, me neither.
He didn't fly away either from my burst, so I was like, I guess I'll press buttons. Mm. Yeah.
That's why I think we should like switch soon-ish.
Yes. Oh, right. Sorry. I was. Yeah. Let's switch after this one.
Yeah.
I miscalculated. I'm bad at math.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we were talking. But yeah, like, I just see like 1 hour 30 passed, so I was like, yeah, maybe
Yes,
we
exactly.
should.
Yeah, like I didn't plan to hog all the time. I just forgot about the time while trying to keep the topic in mind.
Yep. And let's see, no Angele, by the way. So I guess he's doing stuff. Or sleeping. Oops, I closed that, I didn't want it to.
Getting backwards DP off of parry is tight.
Maybe.
Yeah, like I did it by accident earlier, and then I did it once on purpose, and every single other time I either fucked up the parry in anticipation of doing the move, or like got quarter circle back. Like I don't know.
Let's see.
It's just it looked interesting. I'm also tried doing this tech that you found by accident with this pass under here. Saw what I did?
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure what to do with it yet. Like it looks
DP?
useful though. Yes, but delayed DP I guess might work because you know people tech in the air, so they're invincible briefly.
Can you not grab them during that?
No,
pretty
not
sure
like in
can.
Arcana Heart.
But I do though.
Really?
Yeah. Like
You mean as
when
a
you are
combo?
corner, I know I missed my combo with a rock that's whiffing on you. I jump and throw you. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. No, that works. I just have to delay it slightly. But that should work, definitely. Nah, I couldn't get behind. Yeah, but I like the idea of this anyway. I'll try it more next time. GG. So let's switch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom, it's open. You can join together. What's that? Three, two.
And I guess once you start, I can actually answer the question. Or I was getting to it, but whatever. Multi-blood, right? Someone's bound to come by and then it'll take a while. Ifu's not home yet, as far as I can tell. Like, it's not online.
Let's see.
Is Twitch actually showing me a relevant ad for once? Yes, it is.
Let's see.
I think. Nope. Nope. I think I
Oh.
recognize one of the characters. Because there's this team arena fighting game. Nope. It's Borderlands 3. Well, I don't care about that. So I guess like my caster. There we go. Waiting to catch up to see what's going on.
What flies here? Oh, but I guess I did too early here. Oh, well, still the other way, that's sad. I mean, I guess you can start like to answer the question finally.
Yeah, I just want to see what's going on screen so that I don't talk over cool stuff and such.
I see.
Okay, I've caught up. So what's going on here anyway? Oh, a new match, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, before the 100 segues, like, if it's just not a fighting game anymore, that's dumb. Like, obviously we agreed on that, and it's also like not
Right, I have to
Like-
look at the correct meters, that's better. Overall.
Yes. You do not have max mode. Well, I guess nobody does now. I mean, co-op single-player fighting games, arena fighters. That's like a way that people have changed fighting games, but that's probably not what could be meant, and it's not important anyway, right? Because, like I said, you can experiment a lot within the fighting game formula that loosely was constructed by Street Fighter 2.
No,
And I
really.
think like
Yeah, dude.
yeah, like essence of fighting games is more like around being able to play around with elements of that formula, even replacing some of them as long as there's some sort of relationship to other games.
No, I'm not doing TP. Just one like Tatsumaki, I want to see if it works. Not Tatsumaki. Hadoken.
Yeah. Rocks.
No.
No, I'm just...
Oh.
You did rocks.
Yeah.
It had no relation to what you said before, sorry. Yeah. So, like if someone... I guess, no, I'm answering the wrong question. What do I think is, like, essential? Well, essentially, as long as your game is, like, similar to other fighting games, and I really mean that, then I think it's already a fighting game. So for me, it's more like what you're supposed to do in a fighting game when you make one, right? I feel like if your fighting game doesn't change anything, no? That's bad.
Yeah, but they're still like a fighting game.
They're still a fighting game. But for me, it's like, I guess more... How to say? It's like ethical in a way, no? If you make a new fighting game, if you make a sequel, you have to try to make something new and different. Whatever that means for your game, right? It doesn't have to be a system, right? You can just experiment with like very different new hitboxes and such. Because that changes a lot about how you play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like...
But do you
yeah.
agree with like chain for change, like Blaze Blue change, by example? That actually don't help the character, like don't really bring something good for it on you.
I guess you're asking me if, like, I think change for change's sake is good.
Yeah.
It's not. No. Nothing is unqualified good. Like it's that's sort of a variation of like, you know, new stuff is always good or old stuff is always good. I don't believe that. That's not true. I just think that you have to try to make something new when you make a new fighting game or a sequel. Like I'm really not a big fan of sequels that are like, we did nothing, we added 3 characters. Fortunately, there are almost no fighting games that in existence that do this. Like, at the very least, they rebalance the cast or something.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they add a system or two, right? Or just make something else like more more detailed. So fortunately, it seems like that's a theme. Like, and that's good. And I think that's like goes more in the direction of what I think like is required for fighting games. Because to me, it's not really about is this a fighting game or not? Because I think there's ways of telling that aren't too complicated. So it's more about what does the game do? And then as a designer, immediately it becomes sort of like an ethical thing where I'm like, you have to actually try to do this, no? And like, I think Daisuke at least... Hmm?
No, I'm trying to stop to
Okay.
the game.
Yeah, my bad. Like Daisuke at least also goes a little bit in that direction, right? He thinks like video games are a way for people to connect to one another in a in a bigger interview where he talked about this a bit more, he said that like he went like into detail about that point. I'm trying to remember what he said. Something in the direction of you can find something out about another person by interacting with them via a game, especially if it's a game where people have to interact with one another on the level that fighting games do, you know? And that's something I fundamentally believe too, right? Like,
Hey, it's
I mean, the
pretty
entire
true.
reason. Yeah, exactly.
But there is also like people. I mean, you learn something, but there are still people that don't really get that. It makes sense.
Yes.
So communication in
Yes.
gameplay is not working with them.
Yeah. Like, even if in a fight, you know, sometimes you have someone who's just... Because sometimes you're fighting like a person, especially if you're fighting randomly online and you have no information about this person, right? And you're like, okay, so what does this guy want to tell me? Like, what does he want to achieve in this fight, right? But some people don't get that part, and they're not telling you anything, right? Autopiloting is like the worst version of that, right? Where they're just going through one thing and it's like, well, okay, I guess that's where this person is at. That's it. So it just does take a while to get to such a point, but there's a lot you can say with your actions in a fighting game. I mean, like, I'm obviously a fan of this
Jumping.
Ryu's jumping, yes. Of this Ryu thing from Street Fighter 4 where fighting is a form of communication. We talk with our fists, right? The answer lies in the heart of battle and all that unnecessary hardcore stuff. But yeah, like, I think also due to the philosophy stuff that are communication if you train and spar together in something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I kind of like that part about Daisuke because I guess some of that is also something that he finds important, judging by what he says in interviews. So yeah, so basically, like, for me, it's like the an ethical demand, I guess, to present more options to fight in a fighting game. And that can be in any sort of way. That's what I think is important about fighting games, personally.
Yeah.
But now, what does it mean for Daisuke to say he's going to go against that? Not in the ethical sense, obviously, you know? Other than that, I don't have an answer. I just think it's a crass statement coming from that sort of view. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to know, like, in what way he's going to do it. Personally, I think it's very obvious that that he was either going to rotate back to some sort of new interpretation of what Guilty Gear could be, or they were going to do something new experimental-wise. I guess they're doing both. No idea what it's going to be. But, like, when I started the conversation today, that I wasn't interested in that part, because we're gonna see when the game comes out, right? I'm just wondering where that statement could even come from and how it's motivated. But one could interpret his other statements that he made about, like, wanting it to make it more accessible for viewers. That it's not supposed to be an easy input game, it's like a restart thing, but all of that were answering different questions, so it's not fair to use those questions, to use those answers to interpret the other thing, right? That's just wildly speculating at that point, right? So I don't even want to try in that sense. But, like the there are some established norms about modern fighting games, I guess. He could go against those. I mean, we're playing Melty Blood right now. That's a pretty crazy pressure-heavy game. On the one hand, like, I mean, I said that, I guess, like, on the Discord, but it could mean, like, going against this, the standard way of, like, dial-up pressure that we've basically come to know and love for the last, I'd say 15 years, maybe 20. It depends on how far you want to take that. But certainly, like, this extremely aggressive playstyle starts pretty early, right? Like with TMNT and
Asuka.
Super Turbo. Asuka, yes. That's 94. I mean, yeah. Even the first Darkstalkers, like those years, it gets like really defined about, sure, defensive options are being played around with and are being invented around that time as well. But other than Samsho, like most fighting games try to find out more ways in which you can beat the other guy to shit, right? Like, I mean, most fighting games didn't even reward meter for being hit or blocking. It was just like, you hit the other guy, excellent, more meter. The guy who's doing pressure is the guy who's winning. Like that at least mellowed out a little, but I'd still say like pressuring is usually rewarded more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thing is though, I can't see a Guilty Gear game
Without
not
pressure.
doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, they're pretty famous for their negative penalty, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe they will actually do something with their defense. Like, I'm not joking. Like, generally in Guilty Gear, defense is pretty bad, and even like we
Yes.
said, like in plus R, it's not that
Yes.
pretty good. So
Yeah.
maybe they will take inspiration of like Sailor Moon and do like crazy guardians or shit.
You know, that would be so good if Guilty Gear played more like Asuka and Sailor Moon. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Not Guilty Gear in general. Like I said, like I think plus R is the quintessential Guilty Gear. That's not fair. I just mean that like this direction of Guilty Gear, we've done it to a lot of degrees. It's perfectly fine to try something completely different, because that's more important. Because if you want to play plus R, play plus R.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean that in a bad sense. Like, I love plus R. I think it's one of the best fighting games ever made. Like, it's, but I don't need plus R2. Like,
I mean,
it's
no,
not
'cause
necessary.
Plus R is already like the version X100 of
Yes,
the game.
exactly. Right? Like, Guilty Gear XX, Guilty Gear Reload, Guilty Gear XX, what was it called? Just Accent Core, I guess? Accent Core Plus and Accent Core Plus R, yeah. This is just a lot of revisions of the game that play differently. But we've done a lot that you could do with that formula. And if XR didn't do its Roman cancel stuff, I wouldn't really have liked what they did in XR. Overall, I think XR's a good game. Just, you know,
Fuck.
we've done XR. I mean, I'm obviously biased when I say I like Sailor Moon and Asuka, because I'm not good at execution, right? But I'm good at judging distances, hitboxes, stuff like that. And I like defensive stuff, so those games reward me a lot. And they make being defending very active, right?
Yep.
I like that. So other games that are like that, there's a lot more you can experiment with that direction. So if a modern game did that, that'd be cool. I feel like it's a good time for those games.
I mean, those games are like the. Oh, right, I cannot use normal.
Yeah, right now is even their time, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, for us guys, that's definitely like it's time right now.
Yes.
And Sailor Moon, like,
I mean, you
also,
made a server.
I guess more like last year kinda was the. Not the peak, but like the moment of Sailor Moon, like where everyone knew or started to know about it, right?
I think 2 years ago, actually, at this point, but yes.
I think really like starting
May have been early last year, now that
Yeah,
you...
this year and
Early
last
last
year, because that's when
Yes.
like Core A and stuff stuff like that actually made like. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I was sure that she would cross up. Started to make video and I made it like really more public.
Yes. Like the scene had been forming like the year before already, but indeed, like that's when people took like a lot more
What did
notice.
you like 2A in the middle of my 2As?
Yeah. And then Asuka is like kind of like that, so it's kind of timely that you made the server. I feel like it's just a really good timing wise.
Yep. Shit. Oh,
I mean, obviously, like until you're done with the wiki, it'll calm down a little bit now, I guess.
oh, I cannot do that, I think.
Unless somebody does some events and wikis and stuff, but like once you're free again, like I'm sure that'll get going, so
Yeah.
that'll be good.
Yeah, like, I want to be done with the wiki, I want to be done with Tokusai too. Because
Yeah.
that would be a thing, and like, I don't see why I should like do a tournament like right now when like Tokusai is like basically this month and seems like big enough. I think there was like 26 people or something like that, which is
I didn't check. Okay.
like
I
good.
guess I'm decent.
I see. Which is good enough like for an old game like that, and still like going IRL, not just like offline, online and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's nice.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh,
Like,
very good. Why?
yeah. And I kind of feel like that's a better direction than. I mean, I'm fine with. Well, DBFC, Cross Tag Battle, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus all have like these different ideas about how can we make things easier for beginners, right? And the good thing about that is that at least now developers should see that's
I
a
thought I
fucking
got
myth.
Yeah, five.
My bad. I don't want to keep talking over you guys.
No.
It's just... Okay.
But like, just it makes sense that I am talking. So
yes,
yeah,
yes, it's no, of course. Like I just, I was still catching up, so I didn't see. Okay.
Oh, that was valid except the end. But okay, good.
Yep. Say something relevant about what's going on, though. Was going to say Shiki's God Kaiser. God Kaiser Shiki is like way better now than his
Aoko?
Aoko. Yeah.
I mean, I think that.
I mean, already-
while for now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how like God Kaiser sometimes is like, I don't want my brain to be fried during all of these inputs for
I see.
Shiki.
I thought it was
So,
more his hands.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So he played random Aoko sometimes, and that still worked out at the same time. But now I feel like there's like Shiki is just so much better that
Oh.
I mean, I guess everybody got better too,
Yeah.
especially Vic. Yeah. So yeah, what I was saying was simply like, I don't think like this entire like ease of input really changes much for beginners. So so I'm glad that they like went through it again and through every single variation of it too, including
Well, I don't think
the,
that's all variations that you can do.
Oh, that's certainly true. But
But
like the popular ones, let's
yeah,
say.
they couldn't have done that on Guilty Gear, I think. Just like
Yes.
you cannot like add
Correct.
auto combo suddenly to Street Fighter, right? It's not. You cannot do that.
It feels icky at least when you
Yeah.
say it.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
can.
make this my last one. By the way.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep.
Okay, I have to do that a bit earlier. And learn what to do post OTG after the DP. Oh. Okay, so that was the last one, or next one was the last one?
No, fine.
Okay. Then GG.
GG.
Yeah, and I guess
Yep.
as there is no Underland stuff, time to go sleep and stop. Yeah.
Hmm?
So I guess I'll stop the stream and all.
Yep.
So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, see you tomorrow for something. Is there like something tomorrow, 7 p.m.? Let me check.
No.
I want to say
But
no,
I
but
won't.
yeah.
There's nothing special planned. I
No.
won't be there.
Okay.
But
Yeah, Vampire Ascension is 21, so we
Yeah.
have time next week, basically.
Yep, next week Saturday.
Yep.
And next week Sunday is Blaze Blue tournament. We'll stream that on Fighting Gamer Meetup. Like.
Is Shiroka assuming it?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. You won't
Okay,
have
okay.
to install it just to stream it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Then yeah, time to go by stream. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.